Wow, this sucks.
This is going to be very entertaining.
Hello my dudes and dudettes, my name is Dude Meeps, and today we're going to be showing off the newest New York City Comic Con 2021 Funko Pop reveals and how you can get all those pops. So let's get into it. Okay, before you say anything, I know what you're thinking. A lot of people are thinking this convention is horrible. It's been one of the worst conventions we've had in a long time. Not only are these reveals kind of underwhelming and really poor showing for the anime community, I know I'm being biased right there, but it is really sad to see that there's not a lot of crazy stuff coming out for this year's convention, and it's even going to get worse. But let's still take a look at all these newest reveals for NYCC, and starting off with The Mandalorian's Boba Fett. This is actually a pretty neat pop. I still haven't watched The Mandalorian. I don't know why. You guys know I'm an anime guy, but I know it's an amazing show from what I heard. But this Boba Fett is really cool. I do like the detail on top of his head and just across his face with the scarring. And then there's actually a lot of detail in his cloak, and then the staff that he has in his hand, and then that rifle on his back. So a very cool pop. That Boba Fett will be shared with Walmart. But moving on after that one, we do have a new Venom Let There Be Carnage Funko Pop, an NYCC exclusive. This will also be shared with Walmart as well, and it's actually a really cool pop. I know a lot of people gave it flack because looking at it compared to some of the comic-based Marvel Venoms that we have out there and those other symbiotes, it's very lifelike looking in terms of its texture and everything. It's really based off the movie. It's part of the newest line of that movie line. But I think it's really cool. It does look like it's a deluxe edition, but I believe it's just a standard size pop with just the extra, you know, symbiotic arms around it. I think it's a really cool pop. I know a lot of people don't like the movie design compared to the comic one, but the texture of it does make it look, someone said, like a blood clot, which makes a lot of sense because it kind of does, but I think it's really cool the way they kind of made that weird kind of sticky looking texture to it. Really does make it look like a live-like symbiote, as weird as that may be to imagine. However, I do really like this one, so let me know if you guys really like this design of the newest Carnage. After that, we had some other exclusives. These are all going to be shared. The ones I'm just going to mention right now are going to be shared with Amazon, and right here we do have Goofy of the Three Musketeers. And so finally, for all you Disney fans and completionists out there, especially for that Three Musketeers kind of line that they have, if you guys remember, Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse, they both have the Three Musketeer pops out there as convention exclusives. I think the Mickey Mouse was part of, I think, FunCon, and Donald Duck was part of WonderCon, maybe vice versa, but they're all convention exclusives, and now everyone can have the chance to complete that 3-pack essentially, even though they're all individual pops of a line. After that, we have a new The Suicide Squad Funko Pop of Savanta, or Savanta, whatever you guys pronounce it as. I've never seen it. I heard some people really liked it. They said it was actually better than the first movie, but we do have a new pop of that. It seems like they really wanted to push out a lot of new pops for it and convention exclusives for this The Suicide Squad Funko Pop line. Up next, we have one for a line that I don't think was really that popular, but I guess there's a bit of a following to it, and that is the new Hamilton line. And this one, we do have a new Lafayette Funko Pop. He does look pretty cool, and in terms of the design and everything, I thought it was a series, but apparently it might be a play at the same time. I don't know much about it outside of, you know, cartoons and anime, so forgive me for my ignorance on that. But it is a pretty neat looking pop, and this one will also, like I said, be an exclusive for FunCon, for NYCC, and shared with Amazon. And if you guys remember a video I did a little while ago, and I shared on Instagram a leak of an All Might Funko Pop for NYCC, this is going to be All Might with his umbrella and grocery bag in hand, and it actually came true. We did get a confirmation on this leak. Awesome. That is great. And it is actually a pretty neat looking Funko Pop. I really like it. I know some people were just really weirded out for this odd scene that had to be made into a convention exclusive because it really doesn't play a super iconic moment in the anime. I mean, maybe the conversation that took place in it, but not enough, I would say, to warrant an actual convention exclusive. It kind of just seems like they just wanted a random idea, but sometimes that is cool that we have just a random moment that can be made into a Funko Pop. Although it's really not that crazy in its design, but I've always liked the way Weekend All Might does look in the anime. I just think it's a unique way a character is designed and everything. Just super skinny in the bone structure, and then his eyes, of course, and the hair. I think it looks really awesome, and they definitely make it look really cool as well in the Funko Pop form. And then, of course, he just has his little grocery bag and his umbrella, but this will be an NYCC exclusive as well as a shared retailer for GameStop. After that, we do have a new Office Funko Pop of Mose in his Fear shirt. This one's actually actually pretty cool and a really funny scene as well out of the show. And I know some people are just kind of not really feeling The Office anymore in terms of pops, because it really is kind of turning into the DBZ of some TV show pops out there, but it is still really neat to see. And now we do have a really awesome pop, probably one of the best designed ones out of this convention. It's a new Dungeons & Dragons Tiamat. I'm really hoping I said that correctly, but you guys know me and it is what it is. But this pop is super cool from Dungeons & Dragons, and this is a 5-headed dragon with multicolored heads. That is pretty awesome, and it really gives me hope that they can pull off a really better design, or not better, but a unique design like this with, you know, the tailed beast from Naruto and plenty of other pops out there for many different lines in terms of having a supersized Funko Pop. And Motu fans, you get a new Masters of the Universe Funko Pop of Snakeface. This one's actually really neat. I don't know much of Motu, and I know it's just a super iconic show, and it has some really awesome collectibles out there as well, but a really cool looking Funko Pop. And let me know if you guys think the design is pretty nice on this one. And after that, we do have a new X-Men Funko Pop, and this is going to be Polaris. Not only is it going to be a convention exclusive on a stand, as she is kind of elevating right there, but is also a glow-in-the-dark variant. Now, for anyone wondering about limited piece Funko Pops for this year's convention, we will be having 3 Funko Pops that will be limited piece count, and the first 2 are going to be ReedPop exclusives that will be exclusive at the official NYCC show store in New York City, obviously. And that's going to be the iconic Pizza Rat, which will be 2,500 pieces limited, and then there will be the Polly Pigeon 2, which is also going to be 2,500 pieces limited. And the one that's going to be a bit more accessible to us online via Funko's website, funko.com, is going to be another Polly Pigeon, but this one will kind of just have the reverse look of the color on the ReedPop exclusive, so we'll have a white t-shirt and a red mask. This one will be limited to 1,500 pieces. It will only be exclusive on the Funko site, meaning there will not be a shared version of it because it is limited to a certain piece count. So this one and the other 2 are the only limited piece Funko Pops for this year's convention. Now for those Funko shared exclusives, we will be seeing a good amount of them, and starting off with the Sword in the Stone, Arthur pulling out Excalibur. That's actually a really neatly designed pop, and I know Disney fans are probably super excited to see that. And then we will be seeing a Dutch Child from Disney's parks, It's a Small World. I know that's not super popular, but I guess it is good for people who want to kind of complete that line a little bit and have, you know, other characters from different parts of the world. And then we have several different Funko Sodas, including Cavity Sam. This one's pretty neat. It does have a glow-in-the-dark Chase variant with the nose glowing red, as well as other parts of, you know, those cavities, you know, all around the body. And then we do have Bingo from the Banana Splits as a flocked variant, as well as Rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy with a flocked variant too. And then I don't know who asked for this one, but apparently Funko thought it'd be a fantastic idea to make it a convention exclusive for New York City Comic Con, is the Pumpkin McNugget for McDonald's. And this is going to be a Golden Arches Unlimited exclusive, and that is essentially the merch store for McDonald's, its official merch store. And it will also be available at Funko, meaning I guess I will share it with the Funko site and or with the actual store locations in Everett, Washington and in Hollywood. They didn't really explain that as much in here, but we can just expect that to be there because all the Funko shared retailer exclusives will be available not only online, but they will be available at the store locations. And of course, there's going to be plenty of more Funko Soda figures and pops for the Motu line, and that is going to be also shared with Toy Tokyo, starting off with the Roboto Funko Soda figure with a metallic variant. Actually looks pretty cool in its metallic variant as well. And then I don't know who this character is. I'm so sorry, Motu fans. I tried looking left and right. I couldn't just find the character. I didn't even find a name. They didn't reveal it with the name, which was so aggravating, at least that I couldn't find. So I'm so sorry if I don't know who this character is. It's just there's too many of them out there to actually describe on Google and find it. But let me know what you guys think of this Funko Pop as well. Trust me, there's still going to be plenty more Motu stuff coming. Another Funko Soda figure, and that's going to be shared with Entertainment Earth as an exclusive. This is actually going to be Snakeface in its metallic form for the Chase variant as a Funko Soda figure. And like we just saw, we do have a new Funko Pop for it as well. So let me know what you guys think of that. And Box Lunch will be getting technically 3 exclusives that are going to be shared with them, including Yzma as a kitten, essentially. And I do love that they made her eyes a different color as well. And then it's going to be a backpack made in that as well. I believe it's through Loungefly is kind of the actual brand behind these backpacks that Funko has. So that's actually pretty neat. I know a lot of people are excited to see that because I don't know why, but we've been having so many Emperor's New Groove Funko Pops coming out for conventions, but I still think a lot of them are fun to see. And then there is going to be, this is going to be Lilo and Stitch with rollers and a drawing. This will also be a Box Lunch shared exclusive. I think it's really cute. A lot of people do like this one, so let me know if you guys are excited to pick up any of these from Box Lunch. And for one of the bigger retailers that does get shared exclusive is Hot Topic, and they have plenty of them to go around. And starting off, we are going to be seeing a new Pumpkin King Jack Funko Soda figure. Now the Chase variant, I can't entirely tell what it is. It does just looks like a different colored Chase variant or different design, but it just, Funko doesn't necessarily reveal these things in great detail. They kind of skip some of these reveals and they throw it in the image later on all collected together, and we never get an actual close-up of what it is. So it's a little frustrating to tell, but let me know if you guys are able to spot it. I just couldn't find what kind of variant of a Chase this was. But not only is it going to be shared with Hot Topic, it can be available at the Funko HQ as well. Actually, it's only going to be available at the Funko HQ if you want the convention sticker. After that, we have a Funko Soda figure of Poison Ivy with a Diamond Glitter Chase variant, which I don't know if I've ever seen a Diamond Glitter Chase variant. I don't like Diamond Glitter. I think it's messy and I don't think it looks good. It can look good on some pops, and it does look actually good from the actual images for Poison Ivy, so let me know if you guys like the look of it. But this will be shared with Hot Topic as well. And then now we have some really awesome news regarding a pop that we thought was never going to come out. This is a new Froppy, or otherwise known as Sue Funko Pop, a translucent variant for NYCC that will be shared with Hot Topic. And if you guys remember this one, it actually went up for pre-order at Hot Topic for their own exclusive almost a year ago, and then the orders got canceled, and we really had heard no other updates for the longest time. And they even had a mystery mini that was supposed to come out in that line but never appeared. And all of a sudden it shows up for NYCC. It's a really weird terms of events of how it all unfolded, but we finally got it after the longest time. People are upset because it is now a convention exclusive, so it does make it a little bit more harder to get, but it is still really cool that we finally do get it after the longest time. And it still is shared with Hot Topic, so technically it still is somewhat of a Hot Topic exclusive. Let me know what you guys think of this one. I'm actually really excited for it, and I can't wait to see it in hand because I'm sure it looks 10 times better in hand. Even though it's really not much going on with the actual design, it is still really cool that we finally get this variant. And we can't have a convention without a Diamond Glitter Funko Pop of Pokemon out there, and this one is the new Eevee Funko Pop that is a Diamond Glitter variant. I know a lot of people love the Pokemon Pops, but it does seem to get old that we're only getting this variant for the most part. We do have metallic ones out there and flocked as well, but I think it's really deserving of some glow-in-the-dark ones very soon, hopefully. Nonetheless, I know a lot of people are going to go crazy for this because even some of the past Pokemon convention exclusive ones out there, like the Bulbasaur and Volteon, they did pretty well in value, and some really shot up through the roof, so let me know if you guys are interested in picking this one up. And for this one, without a doubt, my favorite convention reveal for this New York City Comic Con 2021 is the newest Jiraiya with Popsicle. Finally, we get to see this Funko Pop come to fruition. It has been so long since we've seen this. Last we heard, or last officially, was it was going to be in this scene and just what it kind of symbolizes with the popsicles and what it means throughout the series. I don't want to spoil it because it can bring some tears to your face if you know what I mean. But it is and we do, however, have some really bad news on when you could actually get this pop. Before I ruin Pacific time, October 8th. Now it may vary on the times they release depending on store location, so you guys be getting in stock, at what time are you going to be open, and even ask about the inventory as well. That can kind of help you prepare if you want to go and find some of these shared exclusive retailer Funko Pops. By the way, we're just going to show, we'll try to find updates here and there, and I would follow big pages like Diz.trackers and Pop.home exclusives dropping. However, we do have a big issue with the Hot Topic because of Funko doing stuff like this, but there are some things out of Funko's control in terms of shipping crisis going on and the ports being blocked up, manufacturers not getting enough material. A lot of things impact delays like this, so keep in mind some things are out of Funko's control. However, I do agree they are coming in unprepared for a lot of these conventions lately, and they aren't really that great at communicating a lot of these issues and delays up front. Anyways, people are probably asking, buy on the site when it does drop on October 7th is going to be a guaranteed convention sticker. Funko, and kind of just going over and summarizing how to access the site and how it all works. So Funko, once you start your checkout, you may see a secondary queue with your items listed on the waiting page. Our secondary waiting room is also first in, first out, and while others ahead of you in line complete their checkout, you may have an item update to out of stock when it's your turn to check out. So just because you put something in your cart does not mean it's automatically there in your sections that some people like you and me may have, and then they list it down at the bottom. They say, how do I know the bots won't steal all the items? I know that's a huge issue a lot of people are worried about, being that this is not a Funko lottery system where you had to sign up with an email ahead of time and all that kind of mumbo jumbo, can't access the site. However, Funko is saying that they have a system, and I'll read it right here, the activities throughout the shopping experience. We are doing our best to ensure the real fans get their hands on the products. Now keep in mind, I don't think they're guaranteeing you to be prevented of any bot interaction in this. I'm pretty sure we're going to see plenty of people use bots to actually get these exclusive. It's full of canceling or banning any bot usage on this. Another question may be, will any of the Funko Virtual NYCC 2021 exclusives be available for purchase at Funko HQ and Funko Hollywood? Yes, Funko HQ and Funko Hollywood will have a limited supply at the time of the entry. Now obviously this is applying to me and anyone else in the US using the Funko queue that they are now instilling to this. They do say that if you do close your browser window or you try to move around and do something else while you're on that website and jump around, you could lose your spot. Now you are limited to one checkout, meaning you cannot go in, buy something, check out, and then try to get back in the queue and get back onto the site and check out with something else again. If you try to do that, they will cancel all your items. And you can only have one purchase per household. So if you and your wife or you and your brother or your mother are living in the same house, both of you cannot go on the site and purchase something from the same household. Now if you guys have any questions for me, go ahead and drop them down below in the comments. I'll try to do my best to answer them, and I know there's a lot of confusion with this New York City Comic-Con. A lot of things have maybe changed a little bit, especially being there is no lottery, and then these delays occurring are causing a lot of frustration and issues. So drop me a comment down below and tell me what you thought of this year's Funko Pop reveals for NYCC 2021. I'm really going to give it probably a 5 or 6 out of 10. Probably a 5 just because anime was the only thing I liked except that Carnage as well. There were some cool ones I think other people are going to like as well, but in terms of the pops, there really wasn't that many to go around. Anyways, my dudes and dudettes, if you really enjoyed the video and it kind of helped you out, go ahead and give me a fat thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you always get reminded when I'm dropping new videos every Tuesday and Friday. And like I always say, enjoy what you collect and let other people enjoy what they collect, and remember, always have fun with it. See ya!